good evening, good evening. Happy Thursday, everybody. And it is Thankful Thursday, July 22nd, 2021. I am so excited and delighted that you all have already coming on in the room. And I'm excited about my guest today, hailing all the way from, that's right, my father's city. We're going to say my father's city, Merritt Island. We have Mr. Jonathan Smith. Okay? But y'all already know. Y'all already know how this is about to go down, right? So I want everybody to tell me, one, where you from? Where is everybody from? I got to get a good see who's everybody in the crowd. Where's everybody from? Where are you hailing from? You all come on in. I need you all to do the T's, right? Tell, text, and tag. And don't forget to share this. Don't forget to share this telecast. Don't forget now. I need y'all to share this broadcast. Share this broadcast. Hey Shantae, how you doing? Hey Miss Pullins, I hope your nails still look nice, girl. I hope your nails still look nice. I want everybody to come on in, and if you look in the chat, you will see Say 1000 Lives YouTube. Hey Tanya, how you doing? You will see the YouTube. So if you all will also become subscribers to my YouTube channel, that would be ever so appreciated. Thank you all so very much. And I see we got people from Jacksonville. We also have, okay, so I got a home girl right now. That's Monique Buchanan. Hey Monique, how you doing? Now residing in Jacksonville. See, from Miami to Jacksonville. So we right here. We right here with each other with Monique. I'm super excited. Y'all come on, text, tag somebody. Make sure that you all share on Facebook. I promise you this is going to be an exciting show. First things first, I want you all to make sure that one, you all know that Save 1,000 Lives, we're still in the business of getting people registered to become organ donors. And I'm still on my mission to get 1,000 people registered in memory and honor of my late husband, Mr. Leonard Wayne Larimore. And I wish I had a drum roll because I am announcing today, that Transplant Talk Telethon is 1 month away. It will be on August 21st from 4 to 9. I'm getting people together. I'm getting the lineup together. So if you all know anybody from around the state, different states, Texas, Chicago, don't maybe start calling the road, California, Seattle, wherever, I would love for them to be part of the broadcast. Please reach out to me because I want this one to be bigger and better. So, my Atlanta folks are already on board. Atlanta is already on board. So I'm just waiting. Guys, if you all have any questions, if you all have any questions about tonight, just go ahead and drop them in the chat and I'll make sure that Jonathan or myself will answer them. All right. So I want to make sure that don't try to hold you long. I'm still trying to make sure some people come in. Oh my goodness. Hi, John. How are you? All right. I don't know who is Mia. Hi, Mia. I don't know who Mia is. Hi, Cedria. Look, I'm just saying hi. Hi, Daddy. Hello, Lisa. Hey, Cedria. Hello, John from Michigan. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. Let us go around the globe. That's what we're trying to do. We're just trying to expand. New York is in the house already. I see Lisa. Y'all know when I say New York, I try to have a little New York accent. So shout out to my parents, Major and Gwen Rollins. They are in Merritt Island as well. So without any further ado, I don't want to make Jonathan too nervous. All right, I want to make him too nervous. I want to bring him on. I want to give a thank you to Monique for making a connection with me and then letting us know about, Jonathan. All right, so again, we're going to ask everybody again let's do these things, please. Text, tag somebody and share this broadcast because it's going to be a good one, just like they all are, right? So, come on, Jonathan.
How you doing? I'm good. How you doing?
I'm great. I'm great. Guys, let me know if the sound sounds off, please. Let me know and I can instantly make some changes. So just let me know if everything is all right. If he's looking good, I'm looking good, we good. All right. So, Jonathan, thank you, my brother, for saying yes.
Thank
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for saying yes. And I can't wait for them to hear your amazing, amazing story.
thank you.
Okay. So, Jonathan, hey, New York still in the building. All right, let me get on with Jonathan. All right, Jonathan,
All right.
who are you? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
A little bit about myself. Well, I am a Navy veteran. I served 5 years in the Navy from '95 to 2000. Um, I am a ordained minister.
Man.
I've been preaching since the age of 16. Um, I'm a songwriter, but I think more importantly, I just love people. My whole goal in life is to make sure that people are helped in any kind of way that I can do it. Um, and I think, not just having the transplant, but and I've had two, but that, it was the people that helped me along the way,
Mhm.
showed me why I can't stop smiling and I can't stop being me. I gotta love people. I gotta help people because they helped me get to where I am right now.
Awesome, awesome, and yes, you all heard him correctly. He had two. He has been blessed twice
Yeah.
with a kidney transplant. So take us to where it all began. When did you learn you needed a kidney transplant? What happened?
Well, I'll say during my military service, I had several issues going. At first, I thought it was they said it was I had anemia, so I was always held back. And then I got to my first ship, the Dwight D. Eisenhower, and
Mhm.
actually was running during general quarters and hit my knee, so it swelled up. And I didn't think nothing of it. I just started when it swelled. They gave me some Motrin. I took 800 milligrams of Motrin. Well, the swelling never stopped, so they looked more at it and saw that it wasn't fluid. They actually checked in and saw I had granulomas. And at that particular time, kind of the ball started rolling. And then as close to 1999, I went on my first deployment on the USS Monterey, and I took the anthrax shot. And that's the first time that my kidneys ever shut down. So we had just made it to the Straits of Gibraltar. I took the shot, and then that same day, um, I was called down to medical, and they did a bunch of tests. And he said, "You have to get off the ship." I said, "Why?" He said, "Your kidneys are shutting down." I said, "Okay." Now, keep in mind, I'm just as normal as I want to be. I was out. I was looking at the water, loving what I was seeing, and then I had to fly to the carrier, and they confirmed it. And they expected to find somebody who was completely laid out, I guess knocked out. And here I am getting off the airplane. I'm walking to the ambulance, telling them it's me. And
Wow. Wow.
but my doctors warned me when they discharged me from the military that I would be going on dialysis. So um, it was January 28th, 2003.
Mhm.
I was actually playing with my dog. I had a beagle at the time, and got hit in the back, and didn't think
Well,
nothing of it. But I had a black stool for 2 weeks. So then I went to three hospitals. At the time, I think it was St. Vincent's Hospital. I went to the VA Medical Center in Jacksonville, and St. Luke's Hospital in Jacksonville. And
Okay.
that's when they actually told me your kidneys had shut down. But the one thing about it, for me, I really didn't think about what they told me back in '99. But it was a doctor that helped me while I was sitting in that hospital to understand what was about to happen to my life.
Life changing.
Yes. He gave me a Bible. That's the one thing about it. I'm sitting here, I've been preaching all my life and everything, but that moment I forgot God, I forgot everything. And it took and excuse me to say this, but it took a white man in a white coat to bring a Bible to me and tell me that there's nothing that God can do.
Ooh.
There's nothing. And I opened up that Bible and I started reading and I started trusting God. And you know what? The rest is history.
Wow.
The rest is history.
And this is at St. Luke's.
This is at St. Luke's Hospital. Yes.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. Again, guys, make sure that you all tell somebody about this, please. John, I hope your internet comes back. Listen, we know that we knew what you needed in order to hear from God.
Yeah.
So he placed that man right on in your way.
Yes. And you know, and the funny thing about it was almost 8 years later, I started going to One Accord Ministries, and one of the elders of the church. I remember I was walking into Sunday school and I saw him and he had this guy sitting next to him. And how about it was that doctor? And I ran up to him and I hugged him and I reminded him, you gave me the Bible. You told me to trust God in everything. And didn't realize that he was a minister himself, just preaching the word of God. So it's an awesome thing.
Okay, so we got the first kidney and we held on to that kidney for how long?
It for a year and a half.
For a year? Oh.
Yeah. I had a issue with the medication, but but when I got that kidney, I actually wrote 13 songs, and we completed a CD at the church, and it was entitled Sanctuary of Praise. And I was going through where I was falling out. They had to call the ambulance about 4 times to the church because I just kept.
Your potassium dropped.
My potassium dropped. Oh man, it was. I just was real tired from dialysis. You know, I had a lot of issues with my fistulas and my grafts, and but I kept going to the church and kept lifting stuff and doing everything. And my pastor told me at the time, he said, you know what, stuff will go away, but you are important. But I was hard-headed to. I still felt like I was doing God's work, so it didn't matter about the kidney, you know, dialysis, nothing. I just trusted him, and that's how I got that kidney.
Okay, so in order for you to get the second, what were the signs that you was having a rejection for the first?
Well, what happened was actually I was outside of my house. I was mowing the grass. And I fell out, and I didn't realize what was going on at the time until I got to the hospital. And I remember Dr. Kenneth Jones was my doctor. He's the one who told me that, you know, I lost my kidneys, and I spent all December 2009. I was in St. Vincent's Hospital for that whole entire month, going through the anti-rejection medication, and it was the hardest time of my life. It was very hard.
Wow. So, well, who found you when you went unconscious mowing the lawn?
Actually, it was actually my wife at the time. I was at that time. She found me, and she called, and she was just, you know, She was fussing at me because I was mowing the grass.
That's first.
Yes.
That's first of all.
Yeah.
That's first of all. Okay. Okay. Well, I would have to. Because you shouldn't have been mowing the grass. We could call somebody in to mow the grass. Your
No,
help,
I'm not
lawnmower boy. Y'all
that.
hard headed. That's the problem right there. Y'all are hard headed. You
Yes.
don't listen. But we
Yes.
could. I would have sold that lawnmower, and you would have been able to go
Yeah.
cut the grass. Okay. So unfortunately, you had to wait
Yeah.
for the next kidney.
Yeah.
So
I actually ended up I actually didn't go to dialysis for after I got out of the hospital. I didn't go to dialysis again for another 3 months because I just refused. I refused to do it. I refused to believe that everything, that I lost the kidney. And when I finally went to dialysis, I was there for 2 months, and then they had to pull that kidney out because I was just hurting so much. So yeah.
you're not the first guest that I've had to say that they didn't want to go. Like they like,
Yeah.
nope, I'm not going. Like, I refuse to go. But how did this affect you mentally?
um, at some point, I did get angry with God.
Mhm.
I got angry because I felt like, God, you brought me through so many things, and here it is. I'm at this place where I have to rely on medication, or I have to rely on a machine to live, and I was upset. Not only that, my marriage was on the rocks. It's everything in my life was falling apart, and I was just, and I was still preaching. I was still doing music. I was still telling everybody, the goodness of God.
Mm-hmm.
But here it is, I'm broken because my life is just not the same. And I remember sitting in Bible study, and I walked up to my pastor, and I told him I wanted to kill myself. That night, I wanted to kill myself. I just didn't have a will to live. But then he looked at me, he said, "But hold up. Look at how many people you are touching and you are blessing." Every time I walk into the dialysis clinic, people surrounding me were always talking to me. I had a young lady who, she was only 21 years old. She was dealing with dialysis and she was dealing with chemotherapy.
Whoa.
And here I'm looking at myself, and I'm bothered because the only thing that I had to deal with my body is a kidney that was not working. I didn't have diabetes. I didn't have heart trouble. I didn't have none of that. I've had it to where a point to where I had so much fluid around my heart. They thought that I was getting ready to have congestive heart failure.
Oh wow.
And they go in, they do the catheterization, and they said I have a heart of a 16-year-old. That's
Woo.
nobody but God.
Absolutely.
So it's like, there were so many things I had to be reminded of to kind of help me fight it. I just didn't know how long it was going to take. And really, it was only 3 years. And then I had another kidney.
Now, we know the numbers today.
Yes.
People are waiting decades.
Yes.
10 years, 20 years. They've been waiting a long time. So for you to get a second one within 3 years, that is amazing.
Yes.
Like that is nothing short of amazing. So yes, I know we all are God's children.
Yes.
And you definitely, was covered. God covered you, and you definitely was blessed.
Yes.
So I'm just amazed, but I know what something like that can do to someone mentally.
Yes.
And that's why I ask. A lot of people do things that they don't necessarily mean, but you're just under so much stress and duress. Like, what do you do? So just out of curiosity, like even now, how do you handle the stressors of life? How do you handle every day mentally? What do you do now to combat that? Maybe you can help somebody with that.
Well, I'll tell you this. I won't lie to nobody and say that every day is been perfect, because even at August 18th will be 8 years since I received this kidney. I still go through the struggles of life, and there's certain things that I still battle with, because it's some days it's hard to that I have to take medicine morning and night for my body not to kill something that's has given me the opportunity to really live a better way. It's, and not to say that dialysis is hard, because honestly, I did it 4 hours a day, 3 days a week. It was no problem to me. But when you know that now you can virtually, you can eat whatever you want to eat, with a few exceptions, that honestly, that you don't have to stay with a routine of every 3 days. And I really look at it like this: 3 days of dialysis, you're only getting a half a day of cleaning. And so for the rest of us, you're getting 24/7 filtering, but a dialysis patient only gets a half a day a week of their body being cleaned. So that takes a toll on somebody's life. And here it is. Now I have a transplant, and I have life-saving medication that is helping me not lose that ability to do that. So mentally, it has been hard. And now, I mean, I've actually found a church home that really has changed me. It's like I have a bishop that is not just my pastor, he's my friend. Okay. Because he's showing me how to be honest with myself, and know that, you know what, you need people to help you when you're going through those struggles. Not to sit here and take the word and beat it down your throat, but just, take a moment. Let me listen to you. Let me listen to what you have to say. And then sometimes say some things that's going to maybe hurt your feelings, but it's trying to help you get out of that funk so you can be better.
Right. Yeah. That's, the truth can hurt you.
Yes.
But it won't kill you.
Yeah.
Tears don't hurt you.
Yeah.
You can cry. It's all right, because the tears not going to kill you. So it's okay. So I want you to take me to 8 years ago when you got the call about the kidney being available. What was that day like? Who did you call? Who was there? Give me the picture. Take the picture.
Well, I'll actually this is how it actually happened. I've been married, and then just being honest, I've been married 4 times. And this is my 3rd marriage. And her and I were on, things were kind of a little shaky. Her daughter went into the hospital and was having kidney issues. I was at Tuesday night Bible study, her and I, and the bishop asked for us to, he wanted to have a meeting with us. And he started talking to us and helping us. And all he said was, the Holy Spirit said, give me 24 hours. So I go, and we go home, and we actually are sitting in the living room, and we were watching Roscoe Jenkins, and we started talking. And as we were talking, and we were pouring out everything that was going on at that moment. We just poured it out. The phone is sitting to my right. Phone rings, and it's 2:00 in the morning. And it was Shan's Gainesville, calling me and said, you're a match. Can you be here by 4:00? Now, keep in mind, her daughter is in the hospital dealing with her kidneys. Me and her we was fussing and arguing, and the bishop said, give me 24 hours.
Got a lot of stuff going on.
And church ended. We left the church at 9 o'clock. By 2 a.m., I got the phone call. By 4 a.m., I was at the hospital. By 6 a.m., I'm in the room with the
What?
kidney. That's how God worked.
Come on now.
Now, he
That's
worked
true.
the same way on the first one too, because honestly, I finished the CD. The bishop, he prayed for the whole entire group. And he told me, he said, not many days, you're going to receive a miracle. We left church at 1 o'clock.
PM.
At 4 o'clock, I got the phone call that said I was a match. And the young lady that I got the kidney from, that Friday, I saw the news where she had got shot. And that's the kidney that I received.
Whoa.
So all this was orchestrated by God, and he just knew. He said, boy, I got something for you, and I'm gonna show you that I've been standing in your way the whole entire time, protecting you. And that's how it happened. So now here it is 8 years later. And you know what? I've had good days and I've had bad days, but God has not left his promise on my life. And I still have this kidney working on inside of me, because I got my numbers today. My doctors were happy. My
What's
numbers were 1.3.
Come on now.
But that's because of God.
Okay.
Because of God. And
let me interject. You know, we know that faith without works is dead. So it has to go together. Mm-hmm. Yes. You had to do the work too, you know?
Yeah.
So God still protects you, but you're not out smoking and drinking and being disrespectful to.
Well, let me put a little caveat to that. Yes, I was. Okay. Yes, I was. Yes,
you
I was.
What?
I was.
Shut my mouth.
See, I don't have to lie to nobody. See that, and I think that's one thing people have to understand. I'm a man who knows that, you know, despite that I went to church and I was doing all these things and all this other stuff.
Wow.
I was doing stuff out of the will of God, but God still saved my life. Because sometimes you do stuff because you're trying to kill what he's trying to do in you. And he'll look at you and he'll say, you can't go. Just like Jonah. Jonah tried to go somewhere else.
Another way.
Went the other way, but the whale was not there to kill him. No. It was for the whale to send him back to where he needed to go.
Wow.
So that's what God did for me. So this kidney is just sending me right back to where God wants me to be. That's how I look at things. And I mean, I'm sorry, but just that's what God did for my life. That's why this is important to me.
Brother, I'm so happy that you are being as candid and transparent on my show. Because some people think, oh man, they're just making stuff up. They're trying to just say cute little things, you know, to make the show. No, this has not been coerced. This has not been rehearsed. Yeah. This is his story, and he's telling it, and Nashana didn't have anything to do with it. Nashana just wanted to make sure he had a platform. I don't think people understand how grateful transplant patients are, you know, to even have a platform. And some people might be reluctant at first, but because God loves me, they say, you know what, Nashana, I'll do it for you. And I was like, oh, I'm going to take the favor of God all day, because I want people to realize that what they've experienced, everybody hasn't. And I tell people all the time, I think about, you know, the people that I've had on my show, the Miss Thelmas, the Chris Hernandez, and I'm praying for her today. Chris, we are praying for you. And the Mark Sandy's. I think of these people, and I think about what they have been through, and I can't forget Miss Thelma in Atlanta. I mean, I just hear what they've been through, and I look at my life, and I'm like, yeah, I've been through some stuff, but boy, they've been through, you know, I don't even know how to measure it, but it's still being covered by God, and that just always, I mean, always, I'm so blessed. I'm just so blessed, and I can't believe how much, God is still blessing me and covering me, and then the people that's all around me. So I'm so glad that I've put myself or placed myself around, a good circle of people.
Yeah.
And I'm not even a transplant patient, but they trust me enough to say, we're going to let our story shine. We're going to shine, and we're going to let you, let us give us your platform, let us tell your story. So I do what I do because of people like you. And again, I thank you for your candidness. So told you I wouldn't hold you long.
Yeah.
So I have two questions.
All right.
I have two questions. So, and you can answer either one first.
Okay.
What did receiving a life-changing transplant do for your life? And then the second one is, to anybody that's on the fence about organ donation, what would you say to them?
Well, I'm gonna answer the latter first.
Okay.
I would say this: there's no reason why you should ever be on the fence about organ transplant, because here it is. I'm a living testimony. A 19-year-old young man lost his life, but I'm still living with him on the inside of me.
Wow.
A 16-year-old girl lost her life, and I was living with her in me.
Wow.
Sometimes we all, it's easy for us, and I'm honest to say it. You have billionaires who are spending so much money and people are paying money to go up in the sky for 15 minutes and come back down.
Right.
How about having somebody that can continue their life for 20 and 30 years and still be an asset to the world? Because a rocket, anything can happen.
Right.
But it's all it is a piece of metal.
Right.
But when you got somebody who I've watched and I've seen it, that you see families cry because now another person is able to live, because even though their loved one lost their life, they're still giving. So I would say never be on the fence about giving, because we're living in a world where everybody is coming to a place we're fighting against for nonsense. I mean, and I'm being honest. I'm a transplant patient, but I took the COVID shot. I didn't take the COVID shot because I was a Democrat or I was a Republican. I took it because I was smart with my life.
Okay.
And I want to protect the world. God gave us that the ability to think about everything. And yes, it may have been man-made, it may have been whatever. But there was a medication that was given to save your life. Somebody thought about transplant some time ago. And we went through so much to get to the place where here it is now. I'm a recipient of two. I've got medication right now that I can take that is saved, that's keeping this kidney in my body so my white blood cells doesn't try to fight it off and kill it. So you need to do it that way. Now I done said all that. Now I forgot the first question.
Well, I think you actually said 2 for 1, actually.
Yeah.
Because you said, you're still living with the with the kidneys that you received. Yeah. So it was, what did receiving a life-saving transplant do for you?
Well, that's enough said.
Yeah, because again, you did 2 for 1. I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll take that. But now, before I let you go,
all right,
I gotta tell you, happy early birthday tomorrow. Happy early birthday. Y'all tell Jonathan happy early birthday tomorrow. What a blessing. And y'all, I'm gonna tell you right now, he has not 1, not 2, but 3 birthdays. Yes. Because anytime you receive a transplant, that is another birthday. So he has 3 birthdays. Boy, that's a lot of gifts.
Yeah,
that,
yeah, it is.
that you receive on your birthday. So y'all make sure that y'all show him some love in the comments and tell him happy birthday. And while I'm saying happy birthday, let me publicly say happy birthday to my nephew number 3. Birthday number 3, Mr. Kareem. That's in Tallahassee. Happy birthday, baby. Auntie loves you very, 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 very much. And his birthday is today. We are both born on the 22nd. May
Oh man.
22nd, he's July 22nd. So we the deuce. That's
All
what we
right.
call. That's what I call them. We the deuces with each other. And then earlier this week on the 19th was my oldest sister turned 50 years old. Um, Definitely a breast cancer survivor. She's
Wow.
also a lupus survivor. So I told my oldest sister, I hope she's watching. Please be watching. Happy birthday. So there's a lot of birthdays, this week. So, and I won't get to the sad one, but thank you all so much, for watching. Let me say hello to everybody. My daddy said happy birthday, and
Thank
Miss
you.
Drea says happy birthday. And hey, Steve, you got to call me, brother. We need to talk about this telethon, all right? And thank you, Steve. I appreciate that so much. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you for everybody that was watching. And, next month again, August 21st. We're going to get some fundraisers going, and I'm going to ask everybody for help. And we're going to be supporting the Gabriel House here in Jacksonville, Florida, which is a transitional house for people with cancer and receiving life-saving transplant. So thank you all again. I appreciate you. And my dad is saying, hey, Sadria, and happy birthday. So thank you all again, everybody. Please make sure y'all go and like this YouTube page. Please go watch his YouTube and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I greatly appreciate it. And with that being said, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, let me make sure I say this. In August, I will be the host for Life Quest. So they've asked me to be their spokesperson and interview some people for National Minority Awareness Month. So I'm super excited to be asked about that.
Amen.
And look at God.
Yes.
I didn't ask for it. Y'all done made me my own little Oprah moment. I'm going to hang out with my own little Oprah. We're going to see how far that goes. So again, thank you all so much, Jonathan. I appreciate you. We're going to close out the show, but you stay right there. I'm going to put you back behind stage. All right.
All right.
And thank you again, Monique Buchanan, honey. You are awesome.
Happy birthday. Hers is the 31st.
Really?
Yes.
Happy early birthday, Monique. We gonna talk, lady. We gonna talk. Hold on. All right, guys. We're gonna close out the show. Thank y'all again for all of it. And thank you, Daddy. That's my daddy. Thank you. All right, so guys, until next week, God bless you all and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Goodbye.